Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, a Richmond man is facing murder charges following a weekend crash, and a Whitley County elementary student is injured when another student brought a weapon to school. We've got all those details coming up here today, live at 5. But first, in our lead story of the day, it was a scary morning for workers at the Cumberland Valley National Bank on Leeway Drive here in Richmond, as that bank location was the site of an attempted robbery earlier today. Richmond police say the call came in just after noon, and units converged on that location just off the eastern bypass. Model Laboratory School was placed on a lockdown from around 12:30 to 1 after reports the suspect was possibly spotted near the school. Soon after, Richmond police announced they had made an arrest in the case, and the suspect was in custody. WBON TV9 has continued to investigate this story throughout the afternoon. What we know now is that the suspect was apprehended in a nearby apartment complex. He is described as a white male between the ages of 30 and 40, and is also believed to be the suspect that he is someone local. Richmond police are continuing to process the suspect and investigate at news time today before formal charges are brought against this individual and identified. As always, WBON TV will have it first and factual when the information is available. We expect that to be sometime this evening. Make sure you are checking on WBONTV.com for updates on this story. Well, a Richmond man is facing multiple charges, including murder, following a fatal crash over the weekend in Garrard County. According to the Kentucky State Police, 25-year-old Connor McGuire of Richmond was involved in a high-speed chase on a motorcycle Sunday evening. The pursuit came to an end when McGuire was seen turning at a high rate of speed onto Highway 1131. That's where he crashed. Authorities say a female passenger on McGuire's motorcycle was airlifted to UK hospital with serious injuries and later died. Her name has not been released at this time. McGuire is also facing charges of reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance, and operating a vehicle while under the influence. Whitley County schools in Kentucky are investigating an incident that occurred on Monday at Whitley North Elementary School. According to a press release from the school district, an elementary school student is accused of using a kitchen knife to harm a fellow classmate. Reports indicate that the student brought the kitchen knife to school and used it to inflict an injury on the shoulder of a victim. Fortunately, the teacher was quick to intervene, and the school resource officer was able to regain control of the situation. The school district has not released any information regarding the identities of the students involved or the extent of the victim's injury. It is unclear at this time what prompted the student to bring the knife to school and to harm that classmate. The safety and well-being of students and staff are of the utmost importance to Whitley County schools, and they are taking all the necessary measures to address the serious incident. The school district is working closely with law enforcement officials to investigate the matter and ensure that appropriate action is taken. Well, 4 talented students from 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Richmond made their way to Atlanta on May 7th to compete in the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation Atlanta International Spring Open. The event saw athletes from all over the world coming together to compete in a variety of divisions and showcase their skills on the mats. Adam Fritz, a competitor in the adult black belt Master 1 division, would have faced tough competition in his division. However, all of his opponents failed to show up, giving him the first place in his division by default. Despite this, Adam decided to compete in the Absolute Open division, where he won a gold medal by submitting his opponent with a straight ankle lock. Natalie Wells, a 7th grade student at Madison Middle School, competed in the Teen 1 Yellow Belt division. She dominated her matches, winning her first match with a mounted dead orchid arm bar. In her second match, she secured a win with an advantage point scored off of a sweep in the final seconds of the match, earning her the gold medal. Tor Lundberg, a student at LaFontaine Preparatory School, fought in the Gray Belt Junior 1 class. He won his first match 4-2, but unfortunately lost his finals match by submission, referee's decision, Kimura setting for the silver medal. Joey Lopes, another 10th grade Planet Jiu-Jitsu Richmond student, also competed in the event but was unable to secure a win and earn a medal. This impressive showing at the Atlanta International Spring Open comes only 1 month after Natalie and Tor both won gold medals at the IBJJF Los Angeles International Open. Their victories at these international events showcase the talent and dedication of the students at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Richmond, and their coaches are proud of their hard work and accomplishment. The team now looks forward to the next event on the calendar and continues to train hard in preparation for future competitions. Congratulations to all those winners. This morning, Madison County announced the inaugural Juneteenth Freedom 5K will take place Saturday, June the 17th at Whitehall State Historic Site to promote health and educate the community about Juneteenth. Donations and proceeds will be distributed between 3 local charities: the Maurice Hibbard Non-Traditional Scholarship, the Friends of Maple Grove Cemetery, and the New Liberty Family Shelter. The theme for this year's race will be Breaking Every Chain That Binds Us, and they will have a 5K walk-run wheelchair division, 1-mile fun walk, as well as a virtual option. Awards will be given to the top 3 males and females overall. The top 3 males and females in the wheelchair division. Registration is $25 for the 5K wheelchair division and 1-mile family walk, and $30 to the virtual run, but prices will increase after May the 15th. Along with a t-shirt for runners, there will also be food trucks, music, and fellowship. The City of Richmond hopes to make this an annual event. For more information or to register for the event, you can visit racerise.com. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got weather coming up right here, coming up next.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Land Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Van Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. It's been a stormy weekend, followed by more storms today. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin in the Weather Center to let us know when all these storms are going to finally move out of the area.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. From the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. We do have some thunderstorm threats into this evening and tonight as a cold front is going to be advancing through. We will be clearing into tomorrow, though, and cooling by a few degrees with pretty seasonable temperatures for both our Tuesday and Wednesday. Now tonight, again, we do have rain and thunder concerns, though, as we do have this next disturbance tracking through. So we'll keep the rain chances in place through the early morning and keeping those overnight temperatures mild. There is the risk for some of these storms to turn a bit strong to severe. We're at a slight risk into tonight, meaning a level 2 out of 5 on the scale. That means that isolated severe weather events cannot be ruled out. We'll see some bowing segments to some of these storms, maybe some hail concerns. So that's something that we'll have to be mindful of into the overnight hours as this cold front advances through the region. Again, this is mainly going to be an overnight situation for us. Some of those storms look vigorous, so be weather aware tonight. Make sure your weather radios are on. Now, as we look ahead into tomorrow, though, you can see how that quickly blasts through. We clear out, and we're going to be set up with drier conditions with clearing skies later in the day and into our Wednesday. Temperatures tonight are looking quite mild, down into the 60s throughout the region. And then as we look at tomorrow, some showers again lingering into the early morning, but then we'll be seeing clearing conditions as we head into the afternoon with seasonable temperatures as those highs peak in the mid 70s across the area. We're thinking 74 for Winchester, Mount Vernon at 76 degrees, Lancaster at 76 degrees as well. And we'll be tracking plenty of sun for our Wednesday. Notice how while we're cooler for the midweek, we will start to bump up our temperatures Thursday and into the end of the week as we're back into the 80s, more moisture beginning to fuel the region, and the potential for rain and thunder for a Mother's Day weekend. We'll keep fine-tuning that forecast for you right here. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, in an update to a story we brought you last week, authorities in eastern Kentucky have identified a man they suspect of being involved in a recent police chase. The Powell County Sheriff's Office has named 27-year-old Anthony Meadows of Stanton as the owner of a motorcycle that was found wrecked and abandoned near exit 10 on the Mountain Parkway last Monday. Despite ongoing efforts, law enforcement has been unable to locate Meadows and are seeking the public's assistance in locating him. If you have any information on Meadows' whereabouts, please contact the Powell County Dispatch. That phone number is 606-663-4116, and you can see a picture right there of Meadows on your screen now. One arrest has been made stemming from a bizarre chase that occurred back in February of this year. That's when a man driving a Suzuki motorcycle fled from police spanning through 3 counties. The incident ended when the motorcycle driver struck a Kentucky State Police cruiser in Spencer County. Yesterday, the Kentucky State Police Post 12 arrested Devin Harvey, 39 of Lawrenceburg, on an indictment warrant from Spencer County Grand Jury. He was lodged in the Shelby County Detention Center facing a slew of charges, including fleeing or evading police first degree, wanton endangerment first degree police officer, criminal mischief first degree, assault third degree police officer, speeding 26 over, improper passing, reckless driving, and several other charges. In Georgetown, a disturbing discovery was made this morning at a construction site of the new Scott County High School. According to Georgetown Police Chief Darren Allgood, the body of a woman was found by construction workers on that site. The woman had suffered a gunshot wound, and police have stated that this does not appear to be related to the construction site. The location of the incident is at the junction of Long Lick Pike and McClellan Circle in Georgetown. Georgetown police have launched a depth investigation into the incident and are urging anyone with information to come forward. Well, some sad news, according to a tweet from Governor Andy Beshear. ASL interpreter Virginia Moore passed away this past Saturday. Moore announced in 2020 that she was suffering from uterine cancer. The executive director of the Kentucky Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Moore became well known while appearing with Beshear during updates for Kentucky during the COVID-19 pandemic. The governor described Moore as a rock of stability and grace during the pandemic. Well, a single vehicle crash Sunday has claimed the life of a 77-year-old driver, according to the Kentucky State Police Post 11 in London. A 2001 Jeep Cherokee operated by 77-year-old Wilburn Hubbard of Manchester, Kentucky, was traveling north on Kentucky 11 when he lost control of the vehicle and crossed the center line, left the roadway, and then hit an embankment. The Clay County coroner pronounced Mr. Hubbard deceased on the scene. Well, a triple shooting Friday night in Lexington has left 16-year-old Michael Stinnett dead and 2 others injured. Shortly after 7 p.m., police were called to the 1600 block of Summer Hill Drive in Lexington, where they located 3 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. A 19-year-old man was transported to a local hospital in critical condition, and another 19-year-old man was transported with non-life-threatening injuries. The 16-year-old boy, Stinnett, was pronounced dead on the scene. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got sports coming up next. Dawson Rule has the latest sports news right here on Live at 5.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Did you know Markham and Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvin? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
You won't believe the deals at the D&J Customer Appreciation Event on May 20th. Come out for free fish sandwiches and L8 from 11 to 1. Half off 20-pound propane refills limit 1. 30% off all non-Blackstone grills. 20% off Husqvarna handheld items. Buy one, get one body plants and paint. And the first 100 customers will get a 5-gallon bucket. Any non-sale item you can put in the bucket will be 20% off. Saturday, May 20th at D&J Ace Hardware at the corner of Highways 89 and 52 in Irvin.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. We've got so many different sports that took place over this past weekend. Dawson Rule is here to bring you all the updates on the Monday edition of the best sports coverage in Madison County.
Folks, nobody likes a rainy day. But even though it's damp and wet outside, I do have some good news, as this past weekend had enough sports news to talk about 4 days. We had football, softball, baseball, and more between Friday evening and now. So let's just begin in chronological order today and take a look at Madison Southern's football spring game events Friday evening. The Eagles hosted a middle school game, an alumni game, and a rising freshman game before the varsity took the reins and got the night really going. I attended the event, saw many great plays from young talent, and the varsity looked ready to suit up and play against teams around the state with some nice offensive and defensive moments. I chatted with coaches Tim Kirk, D.T. Boone, and Mark Payne, who were all excited about the upcoming season for their team. Tonight, Coach Payne will be a guest on the sports show, along with Madison Central football head coach William Blair. So tune in, hear from local head coaches who are prepping their teams for the summer football grind. Now, let's switch over to softball, where Madison Central had a big weekend, being crowned the champs of the David Leary Classic. Their first of 2 wins in this tournament came against Lewis County to the tune of an 8-3 victory. This first game featured some star performances from players like Kirsten Osborne, who tallied 3 hits, and Brooke Gilboa, who had 2 hits with 3 RBIs. Andrea Linton had a huge weekend, driving in a home run in both games. Jasmine Kaler pitched the full 7 innings against Lewis County, only throwing 84 pitches, which is mightily impressive for an entire game. The team didn't stop there though, as Bath County upset Montgomery County, which meant the Lady Indians would face Bath County for the championship. With the title on the line in the David Leary Classic, the girls left no doubt as who the best team was. Andrea Linton followed up her home run game against Lewis by going 4 for 4 against Bath County with another dinger, while her teammate Olivia Metcalf joined in on the scoring fun, going 3 for 4 with a home run of her own. The senior Kirsten Osborne was 3 of 5 with 2 RBIs, while Cassidy Gentry added in 3 hits. Cass Hack, Jasmine Kaler, Brooke Gilboa, and Shelby Hensley all dialed in 2 hits, while Carly Speakman had 1 hit, which did drive in a run. After pitching the full game during the first match, the senior Jasmine Kaler dug deep and was called in after some pitching changes in the second game and only allowed 4 hits the rest of the way with only 1 run. Kaler then took home the championship game MVP trophy, while Andrea Linton, the home run hitter, took the tournament MVP trophy home and won some Reds tickets. Since the bats were on fire, the team won in 5 innings and took home the David Leary Classic trophy, as you can see here. It was just a great weekend for the team, who was set to play Mail tonight before Mail canceled due to rain. So, looks like only 2 more games left for the team until next Monday, when district begins for everyone in Madison County. Good weekend, Lady Indians. Models baseball team is approaching history, as 2 more wins would break the single-season school record for most wins in a season. They play Garrard tonight, Berea tomorrow, and Paris this week, with the team needing 2 out of 3 of those games to get the record before districts begin. Now let's keep the ball rolling, literally, like the Richmond Heat and their teams did this weekend in Columbus, Ohio, playing against some great competition. The Richmond Heat 2025 team went 2-2, and the 2024 team went 3-1. Now the 2026 team went 0-4, but again this weekend faced some good competition, including Midwest Elite EYBL. Now expect some more updates on the teams as the week draws to an end, as they will depart for another big tournament this weekend in Louisville. Hey, speaking of AAU ball, let's show the boys some love too. The Bluegrass Blazers boys team played this weekend in Cincinnati, and a local player had a great game. Casey Nobby from Madison Southern dropped 30 points in his first game, while winning a few games with this team this weekend. Keep an eye out on the Bluegrass Blazers, who are locally getting going with some of Madison County's own athletes. Now that was a jam-packed day of sports, and we covered lots of bases, from the actual baseball and softball ones to some local basketball teams playing. It's all sports represented here. Heck, that's what makes this the best sports coverage in Madison County, am I right? Anyways, it's going to be a great, amazing week of local sports, which brings me to my next point. Tomorrow, the original athlete spotlights are back. Now, this next athlete profile is going to be a great one, so be sure to tune in, find out who it is. This is Dawson Rule, bringing you the best sports coverage in Madison County.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news right here, live at 5.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel, available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. The identity of a woman hit by a car over the weekend has been released. The victim has been identified as 60-year-old Lynette Lane, who was a nurse with the Rise Academy in Lexington. According to the Fayette County Coroner's Office, Lane was pronounced dead at UK Medical Center after being struck by a motor vehicle at Sandersville Road and Atoma Drive. The coroner has ruled the death as an accident, with the cause of death being traumatic injuries to the head, torso, and extremities. The Lexington Police Department is currently investigating the incident. It is unclear at this time whether the driver involved in the accident has been identified or apprehended. Lexington firefighters worked to contain a house fire on Sunday morning at a single-story home located on Leestown Road, close to Masterson Station Park. The fire had spread through 2 rooms before moving up into the attic space. Firefighters now have brought that fire under control, and there are no injuries reported. An investigation into the cause of the fire is currently underway. Well, thanks so much for joining us today here live at 5. Don't forget, we've got the sports show this afternoon. That's at 6. Join Michael, Samantha, and Dawson with the latest sports news in Madison and surrounding counties. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you right back here tomorrow live at 5.